Hello, Leiden. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, depending on when you're watching this. But earlier today, the governor suspended in-person schooling in Illinois for the remainder of this academic year. We've been anticipating that decision, and now that it's official, we can adjust to this new normal and we can turn our attention to the many logistical issues that follow. Next week, the administrative team will be discussing how to let each of you come in and clean out your classrooms or your offices. We'll make sure that we do this in a way that allows proper social distancing. Some students still have items in their lockers. Students have books or Chromebooks that must be returned at the end of the year, and we'll handle all those issues in due time. I want you to know we have secured additional dates for graduations at the Rosemont Theater on June 30th and July 1st. I can't guarantee that we'll be able to host large gatherings even then. We're working with groups of students to problem solve ways to recognize our senior classes. We have several possible ideas we're working on, and we may need some volunteers when the time is right. We're moving the registration process for next year fully online. We're assuming that our summer school will need to be offered virtually, and we're planning for all of that accordingly. We don't know yet how to handle driver's education, but the state will need to provide information because that's affecting kids and processes across the state. We're anticipating that the Illinois State Board of Education will be giving more guidance on graduation requirements, grade promotion, and really grading in general. They're also working on guidance documents for the future reopening of schools and what steps we'll need to take to ensure student and community safety. I know many colleges are making decisions about students not returning physically until much later. We've heard stories from the West Coast about schools starting in the fall on split shifts to reduce the number of people in the buildings. I want you to know that we're aware of those trends and stories, but I believe it's premature for us to make any specific plans about next year at this point. Our main focus right now remains the social emotional needs of our students and our responsibility and really our honor to provide daily breakfast and lunch. As of today, our amazing staff has prepared and served approximately 75,000 meals. Our teachers, our counselors, our social workers, our administrators, and our support staff members are contacting parents and students directly to make sure that they're well and that they're thriving. Thank you for all the individual efforts you're making. It's important and it is appreciated. With those supports in place, we're able to focus on helping our students learn as much as possible during these times. We're moving ahead with progress reports and giving teachers new comments to provide in those reports to help our students and our parents understand how they're doing in order to celebrate successes and encourage hard work and improvements where necessary. Thanks to Brian Weinert, to Mike Mandarino, to our assistant principals and principals for working on that document and those processes. I told you almost a month ago that as of Friday the 13th of March, we had over 1,000 students failing one or more classes and more than 2,000 total failing grades. When we see these new progress reports, we're hopeful that those numbers have been greatly reduced. We'll use that data to once again reach out to our students and parents. We want everyone to succeed, but we also know that every student is dealing with unique mental and physical situations. Remember that no student will receive an F for second semester this year. In those cases, we'll give incompletes and students will be given a chance to earn passing grades either during the summer or in the fall. We realize there are a lot of complexities involved with that. This is part of the guidance that came from the state, and we'll continue to plan on how to best address those future incomplete grades. While all of this has been happening, our friends over at Unity and Community have jumped into action. This week, they've been shopping and delivering bags of groceries to Leiden families all over our communities. Many of you have reached out to me and let me know that stimulus checks have started showing up in accounts. I'd like to remind you about the Leiden Cares account. If you'd like to donate some or all of a stimulus check or a stipend or really any donation, you can send those checks to the district office, put them to the attention of Patrick Hatfield and the Leiden Foundation. As of today, we've collected $5,000 toward these efforts, and very soon we'll be dividing that money between Unity and Community, Leiden Family Services, and our local food banks. As I've said before, please do not feel like you have to donate. We know that everyone's current situation is unique. So with the governor's announcement, we'll be notifying families and students about our alternate graduation dates because that's the number one question we've been getting. Well, that and prom. We've also canceled all summer travel. So unfortunately, we won't be sending students to Mexico and Ecuador and Costa Rica and Switzerland and Italy and Spain as we had been planning. The administrative team will be working hard on many of the other logistical issues, our end of year events, etc. So thank you for all of your hard work and your creativity. Looking at our mission statement, we're called to educate, enrich, and empower our students and communities. While looking different right now, all of that work is alive and well with what you're doing. We've heard great feedback about our AB days and our Workday Wednesdays. At least we know this is our new normal for the rest of the year. So if you need any support, please reach out. We are here for you, just like you're here for our kids. And again, thanks for all you're doing for our kids and for our communities. Take care, everyone. Be safe and be well.